When I first read this tweet last night, I sat back and I thought, man, I bang on LeBron too much on Undisputed. I should let this go. I should let it pass. I should leave it be, at least for one day. And then the more I thought about it, no, I'm not going to let this one go. It's so outrageous that it's shameful that LeBron James has the audacity to make The Last Dance about him. He just can't stand it. He can't just watch like the rest of us and be in awe like the rest of us and honor the greatest player who ever played in any sport like the rest of us. He's got to say between the lines, remember me, I'm LeBron James, and I know what Michael's going through with his first championship trophy in his hands because I can relate to that. Nope, you can't relate to that. The way it happened to Michael is not the way it happened to you. Your struggles had zero to do with Michael's struggles. In the end, when I look at what happened, his struggles were epic, LeBron, and yours were epic fails. His struggles were legendary, and yours, LeBron, were just shameful. They were infamous. So how can you relate to what he was going through when he had to get through, or try to get through, Larry Bird's two-time champion Boston Celtics and the dynastic bad boy Pistons, who were bad boys on the basketball court, and then through Magic Johnson's Lakers to get to a championship series in the finals that was his first finals. LeBron, when you won your first one, you'd already played in two finals and had epic fails in both. So Michael played in his first one and won it against Magic Johnson. You played in your first one with Dwayne, with Chris Bosh, against the Baby Thunder. And yeah, you broke through, and I stood on ESPN and gave you a standing ovation because, as you said, it was about damn time. But it was the Baby Thunder, and in that series, you shot 19% from three, so that wasn't exactly legendary. And then if I can remind everybody, in your first finals against my San Antonio Spurs, that my partner Shannon Sharp says overrated, Tony Parker overrated, Manu Ginobili way overrated, Tim Duncan great, so it was just basically LeBron versus Tim Duncan, and you tell me, Shannon, LeBron's the GOAT, and that was his fourth year in the league, so he was already doing goatish things. He averaged 22, 7, and 7 in that series. He shot 36% from the field, not from three, from the field, did LeBron James. That's pretty pathetic. Then segue 2 more years to that Magic series. We're all on the edge of our seats waiting for LeBron versus Kobe in the finals. And LeBron hits the shot heard around the world in Game 2 to save the series in Cleveland, 1-1 going back to Orlando. And that was the end of LeBron James as we knew and loved him that year. And by the way, he walked off the floor without shaking anybody's hand at the end of that series. But that's neither here nor there, as Shannon Sharp always says, which segues to his last series, last series against Boston, that first go-round in Cleveland, Games 4, 5, and 6. LeBron disappeared to the point that his owner accused him of quitting. And somebody from his camp leaked that he had to be sedated because he was having an issue in the locker room with a teammate. Baloney. The chosen one became the frozen one as the pressure mounted toward another shot at getting back to the finals. That never happened to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Not one time did anybody accuse him of quitting in his struggles or in having to be sedated or disappearing or any of the things LeBron did before he made it back to his second finals. And it was the all-time meltdown against Dallas, up 2-1, and then games 4, 5, and 6. I couldn't find him. Nobody could find him. It was the worst superstar meltdown in the history of superstars. We've never seen anything like that. So, LeBron, you have the audacity, you dare to equate your struggles and suffering to Michael's? He finally broke through against Magic's Lakers. It's not the same thing. And in his first finals, he won it. And then obviously he went on to win 6 straight with 6 MVPs. Don't insinuate yourself into this documentary, LeBron, saying you can relate, because in the end, I'm sorry, you can't. To say that Luka is a better outside shooter. He's a horrible shooter from 3. Completely, utterly overrated from 3. So far this interrupted season, among 149 qualified three-point shooters in the NBA, Luka, your man, ranks 141st of 149. He's making 31.8% of his three-point shots. And he's not great from the free throw line, 73%. If he's that guy, right, he should be 88 or 90%, especially as a quote-unquote point guard. I love his ability to pass the basketball. It's special. The rest of it, not so much, because when it comes to playing defense, he doesn't. He is a liability on the defensive end. I can't forget that Laker game back on the night of November 1st, when the Lakers said, Kuzma said after the game at Dallas, we were just passing to whoever Luka was covering. And Luka, in defensive win shares per game, ranks 141st. Wow, 141st from 3 and 141st in defensive win shares. That's not very good. And then furthermore, in the fourth quarter, it's odd to me, he routinely disappears. Like in fourth quarter shot attempts, he ranks 45th in the league. LeBron still ranks first, but LeBron's trying to stuff the stat sheet in blowouts.
Oh, my goodness.
That he's shooting more in the fourth quarter. Yeah, but Luka ranks 45th. He just sort of fades away. And in clutch time points, and that's last 5 minutes with the game, 5 points one way or the other, clutch time points, he's tied for 37th. I haven't seen him make many big shots late in games, and I've seen him miss a number. So you pile all that on top of the fact that the book on him so far is just rough him up. Like a lot of Euro players, just go hard at him. The Lakers go hard at him. Yeah. And just sort of literally and figuratively knock him out of the game psychologically. It's almost like bad boy Pistons. Just go after him. And that's not a good early book on a guy that you say you'd build your franchise around. While Zion, to me, we've only seen 19 games so far, and he's a force. He's a wrecking ball.
Well, hold on.
He's going to rough you up.
Hold on.
He is unguardable in the paint.
Let me ask you a question, Skip. Why have we only seen him play 19 games? They played almost 60 games. Why have we only seen him 19?
Well, he had a knee scope.
Whoa. Thank you. I got it. Hold on. Now, you told me got injured in college, got injured coming into the the NBA, and you want me to build my franchise around that. So there's a greater percent chance that he's going to be injured again. I'm going with the guy that doesn't get that plays. That's what you tell me. That's what you've been telling me all leading up to the draft.
Okay, but Tua reportedly had 5 surgeries at Alabama. Zion had no surgeries at Duke. He did hurt his knee, but they just let it heal. And then he needed a scope after the NBA preseason, and he came back fairly quickly from it. And again, if you tell me he just hurt every year, you got me. I don't think that's going to happen. And if it doesn't, you're going to be in big trouble, because this kid is special. This kid has the charisma and the it factor to lift and lead a team to a championship. I don't see that yet in Luka. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Skip, I'm not arguing whether or not he's special, but as Tua, I believe Tua can change the way he plays. I believe he can get the ball out of his hands quicker. I can believe that he doesn't have to make sure he doesn't take those shots. And he has to learn, Skip, you have to, like in football, you have to learn how to fall. I mean, you just can't fall like you out there in the yard, you know what I'm saying? You have to, because guys are falling on you. And I think those are things. Can Zion change the way he plays? He's an explosive, large man that's going to be required to be explosive on a nightly basis over an extended period of time. How do you change that? That's what he is. That's who he is. So, like I said, Skip Bayless, if you tell me, Skip, he's hired one of the best nutritionists in all the world. He has a professional chef that gets his meals and that he's going to drop